Welcome back, Cozy Cuppers, to the Cozy Alchemist. I'm excited for you to join me today on a slow, cozy day. A day where we slow down, enjoy the moments of the things that might seem routine, and find the beauty in them. So no matter what season you're in, what point in your life you're in, that you find things around you that you do every day to bring you joy, comfort, and ease. Welcome to another vlog. Welcome to my home. Hi, my name is Ashley Durden. I am the Cozy Alchemist, and I would like to say two things. One, this was such a success. So this is French vanilla chai matcha, and it is delicious. I'm so glad it turned out really well because I wasn't sure if it was going to, but the flavor is top notch. This vlog, we are going to be spending the week together. It is fall break for my youngest, and so we have a couple of things planned. I have a couple of things planned for myself and us, and then as a family, we have a couple of things planned. So before I get into this library haul that I have, you might be asking, Ashley, well, where are you in your reading? That's a great question. So let me take a moment and brag on myself because I finished Battle Royale, and it was the best thing ever. I cannot tell you how much I love this. If you are on my Patreon, like almost all of my catch up during reading this is amazing. This is so amazing. I can't stop reading it. I can't put it down. It is so fast. It is so action-packed. There's so many layers to it. It is POV of several of the characters in it. So what is it about? Well, okay, think of Lord of the Flies meets Hunger Games. So this story actually is what encouraged the writer of Hunger Games. So this is the OG, y'all. You need to get it. You need to read it. Takes place in Japan, and is a class of junior high school students, and they are taken to a deserted island where they have to pretty much survive. And it's not that they just have to survive, it's only one can survive, and all the other students have to, you have to kill each other to survive and win this game that in Japan, in this story, they do twice a year with a group of junior high students. And it's supposed to be to you know, you know, for the empire, it is for the empire, it is for, you know, being a citizen there. And it's just so normalized that people don't think twice about it. And we get taken on a ride where a group of junior high students think they're going on a field trip and they end up on this deserted island. There are rules to the game and there is no exit, and you follow along almost like 80% of all the students. You get to see their point of view. You get to learn about the students, their backgrounds, who they were before they were caught in this bloodbath. You get to see the heart, the soul, or not heart and like no soul of these junior high students and how they either survive, participate, or don't participate in this game. And when I say it is so edge of your seat, it is gripping, it is very gory. So if you are not into gory, don't read this. Like, it is very detailed, but it's detailed in a way that adds to the story. It's not like wasted space. Like, why did you have to tell us? It is so, so, so good. I love the way it read. I love the voice of the author and how he wrote this. It felt like there were parts where like the fourth wall was broken and the like characters were like talking to the reader. There's love in this, guys. There's heartbreak, there's betrayal, there is bravery, there is courage. It's just so, so, so good, and it's thick. This is the biggest book I've ever read in my life. I'm not gonna lie, my ADHD really, really kicked in towards the end because I was just like, I wanna know who wins it, who survives. And so I kind of sped read, but I sped read through the last like 20, 30 pages, but that was just me being like, I'm ready for this to end. This journey has been great, but I need to know. But it's so good, so worth it. If you have not checked it out, please go check out Battle Royale right now. I am really close to being done with the Sword of Kaigen after having it in my reading, my reading rotation since, I want to say freaking June. Yeah, June. I've had this book since June. I could have finished it in July. I didn't. I joined Fable, a read with me group that was specifically doing Sword of Kaigen because I was like, hey, I need to do Sword of Kaigen. Like, maybe I just need to read it with someone, because I kept reading it and putting it down and I wasn't getting pulled into the story. And then the size of it really intimidated me. But then once I got into this, I was like, so it's not the size. It's not the size. It's something else. And then someone mentioned the audiobook. And so I signed up for like Amazon book, whatever it is, and for the free trial, and I was like, let me just try it that way. Not keeping it, y'all. Not keeping it. I literally only got it to have one free access to audio, and that was Sword of Kaigen. And can I say that was the best decision I've ever made in my life for this one? Because it's so much world building. There's so much different languages and history and everything. It started to feel a little overwhelming to my brain, and it was pulling me out, and it made me feel like I was just reading somewhat a history book, somewhat a fantasy, and then it was like I'm learning a new language, and my brain was like short-circuiting, and it was like, you just need somebody to read the story to you, girl. Like, because it was like I would stop at a word, and I would have to go look it up in the glossary, and then I'd come back to the story, and that pulls me out. Like, that's a no bueno thing for my brain. And so the audiobook really did help me get through that. And it's like, look at this. And I started the audiobook from the beginning. I was already like maybe I was probably at chapter in the 200s when I started the audiobook, but I told myself I was going to start from the beginning so I could really like sit into the story, and it was the best decision ever. This is so good. This is one of those discussions where books should be made into absolutely movies as long as they stick to this, because this book is so freaking cinematic. It's so deliciously detailed, and like the imagination and the time she put into this, like, ma'am, let me sit in your brain for a second, because this was just beautiful. So I have to finish it today. I have 4 hours left on my audiobook. I am on chapter 22 and I have to finish it today because guess what? I have to cancel the little subscription, free trial thingy, whatever I got, because I am not getting charged. Because we're on a budget over here, okay? So that's where I am in my reading. I do have one more book that is in my rotation that was with the 3 of these, and I will be finishing up that as soon as I finish Sword of Kaigen. Super excited. So let's go ahead and get into the library haul. So I got Solo Leveling book 2 through 8. 2 through 8, because why not? I did watch the show. I'll show you some of the pictures. I watched the show, guys. I know I have Crunchyroll. That's where I live. If I'm not living in that, I'm on Netflix or I'm on Amazon and I'm watching my K-dramas or I'm watching some other kind of anime or animation. I just had a hard time getting into the actual anime. I don't know why. I just did. And so I was like, let me try the manga because maybe the manga will pull me in a little bit better. The art looks phenomenal. Like the art looks so good. It looks like I'm watching the show. So I think I'll be really good and I think I'll be okay with it. For anyone who doesn't know, we follow Jinwoo, I believe. So Jinwoo and where he lives, like people can go into these dungeons and they can fight these monsters and creatures, and then whatever they find in there, whether it's loot or bringing back parts or whatever the animals or creatures they fought, they can get money, they can get paid. Sometimes they get hired to go in and do it. You can, sometimes it's like a group of people that go. Usually, there's someone who's a healer, there's someone who has like certain abilities or powers or strengths or whatever. And our friend, our main character, he don't have nothing. He's just, there. He's slow. He's not very strong. He gets unalived several times on several missions almost. And then a healer usually helps him and heals his wounds and etc. So we come into the story where he is in a cave and the worst of the worst could happen, right? He wakes up in the hospital. But when he wakes up in the hospital, he realizes something is different. He is like thrown into being able to visually see cryptic messages, like daily quests, and all of a sudden now he can like access all these new abilities that he didn't have before. So it's like almost like You know how you're playing a video game and you can see like all these things, and you can choose your weapon, and you can like choose your strengths or see your strengths and abilities, you know, grow as you get through certain levels. That is literally what he's able to see, but no one else around him seems to be able to see it, just him. And he just woke up in the hospital and was like this all of a sudden, and he's very, very, very confused, but he's like, okay, let's do this. And so now he's gone from being like the weakest hunter of all mankind to now getting up and ranking up and getting into the higher ranks as he strengthens himself, as he learns new abilities, as he follows all of these little quests that visually he's now able to see. So we're just going on this journey with him. I'm just going on this journey with him. I don't know what else is in this journey, but I'm excited to see where it takes me. So I got solo leveling, I got cat, and gamer. So this is a very, very cute, like short series of manga, and it literally is about what it says it's about. It's Riko is a 29-year-old office worker with an obsession for video games, finds her quiet life upended when she takes in a stray cat. Having no experience with pets, Riko uses lessons drawn from the video games to guide her in cat care, while her cute companion tries to understand Riko's behavior and personal obsessions through a cat's worldview. So it just looks like very cute and simple, and you know, maybe like just chill. It just seems very chill, very slice of life. I'm not sure if it is. I don't know. Maybe we'll get some gaming in here. Maybe we'll get some action. Maybe something else will happen. But that's the joy of me just going into these, is that I don't know. So I'll show you the cover ones because it is cute. I'm not gonna lie. And clearly you guys see that I like cats. So I figured, why not? And then I have two more that I grabbed. One is a graphic novel, and it is the Mafia Nanny. So this one is about being an elite nanny and then kind of getting pulled back into the world of crime, organized crime that she originally had left. She was like, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm just gonna be a nanny. And I really am excited to see what happens. It looks like fun. It looks like action. It looks, I would want a nanny who was, you know, retired from a life of crime to like guide me and save me. Because why wouldn't I? Like, that's muscle. And then I also got a novel. I decided I wanted to read something kind of thriller-y since we are in the fall season. And so I got Their Vicious Games. And this was around the TikTok space last year. I did not get to it because I was barely starting my fiction reading journey. So I figured, you know, now is a great time for it to get into this. So Adina Walker is our main character, and she has gotten a scholarship to one of the most prestigious academies. It's called Edgewater Academy, and it's a school for the uber rich and mostly white in New England. So she's worked really hard to get there. She's done everything she's supposed to. She's acted the way she's supposed to. And then one slip, we don't know what that is, but something happens and she loses all of it. The only way for her to get into her top choice Ivy League college after this incident, after being blacklisted, she has to finish a high stakes contest sponsored by Edgewater's founding family, in which 12 young, ambitious women with exceptional promise are selected in competing in three mysterious events: the ride, the raid, and the royale. The winner will be granted entry into the fold of the Remington family, whose wealth and power can open any door. So she's like, sure, absolutely, why not? I have to, because if she doesn't, she won't get to where she wants to be. So this is written by Joelle Wellington, and we love a main Black character. Okay, and so I'm excited. I haven't really listened to any of the reviews on this because, quite frankly, I don't care. I just want to read it for myself. You know, I'm one of those people where it's like, every reader has different tastes. Every reader has their different, you know, likes and wants within a story and enjoyments and things that get on their nerves. So at the end of the day, I'm gonna have to read it for myself to figure it out. So I am hoping to get to this very, very soon. Actually, I think I'm gonna read this after the sort of Kaigen and leave that other book I had on the back burner a little bit longer. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to do that. But anyways, this is all that I have for the reading, and I am super excited. What do you think about it?